merge parts thing when you create your purchase orders for Spacesaver?
No, I mean I just told Michael about it the other day when we talked about it, but we haven't been doing it.
Is this a Spacesaver job?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go into the create purchase orders. It's important if you have multiple phases. Oh, that's not a job. You go to something here. You guys know about this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's pull up something with Spacesaver here. Rotary? Is that going to be Spacesaver?
It's actually not. Spacesaver doesn't make it. The one above it, though.
The one above Rotary. Okay. I'm just going to go into the create purchase orders. Here's what happens. When Spacesaver gives you an XML acknowledgement back, it actually isn't broken out by phase. It's actually the quantity, no matter what phase it's in, is acknowledged. So we made this little, on the create purchase orders, we made the merge parts, which doesn't care about the phase. Okay, it just sums up the quantity of each individual part, no matter what phase it's in. So this becomes really important because if they send it back with the full quantity in one line, and you have it in several lines, it's only going to acknowledge the first line of fine. Okay? So if you guys don't do multiple phases, then this is an issue. Okay? But it could be. So let's actually take this job as an example. Has it been acknowledged yet?
I'm sure it has. I mean, no, we don't do whatever you're about to do, so.
Right, but it has been by Spacesaver, right?
If you go to history documents, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
go down to go to the lower one though. Keep going. Yeah, right there.
Okay, so that's it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually log into, go ahead and log into SpaceNet. And we're going to go and find this job. Since it's got an acknowledgement, it's retroactive that these things are in there. So 10020. Let's go ahead and find that job in here. Um, 10020 doesn't add.
Sorry, there's a whole bunch.
This one, 10020.
Yeah, sorry. Looks like
this one 57,000 with that.
Well, that's part of it, I'm sure. Looks like they broke it out. So that's a good one to talk about. If they break it out,
Yes, that's all right. That's cool. It'll create multiple purchase orders, so, or create multiple acknowledgments. So, let's see here, 89. Okay, so we can actually take all those. It doesn't matter. So we're actually going to go into Is there only one?
It looks like they broke it on to multiple orders for the same people.
Oh, so this one's 17,000.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's just grab this one. I've actually sent them an email saying, can you please just give me a listing of all the acknowledgments that I haven't downloaded yet? Because this is actually not that easy to keep track of where you're at. Oh, that's PDF. We want
I don't see an XML there.
I don't either.
Oh, this is old. This is 2008.
Oh, okay. Let's find something else then. Let's find something that's a little newer. Oh my gosh, yeah. You've got a ton in here that are. Let's go down in numbers here. Okay. I don't know if tell me if any of these, oh, here we go, mobile system. Let's go to this one.
Here, can I give you a good one? Okay. I know one for sure that'll be good.
Okay, go ahead. Pull it up. Yeah, you got to click it. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So these look exact. Well, yeah, these look exactly the same. So, okay. So here's XML version right here. We're just going to click that. It's going to download it. We're going to save as. Oh, you're using Chrome. If you use Internet Explorer, it asks you where to save it. But where we want to put it, so we want to put it into the Documents folder. Come on. I don't want to. Okay, so let's just cut that. And we're going to put it into Documents and Image 1 Spacesaver Acknowledgments. Okay, if you use Internet Explorer, it'll say save file wherever you want it. This just downloads it to download. So, okay, then you go here, Batch Entry, and you go to Process XML Acknowledgments, Spacesaver, and you'll see it in here. If it's a direct bill, if it's a GSA, you can check that box, and it'll actually zero out your acknowledgement cost. Because I don't know if you guys know, but inside the backlog, there's a thing called unbilled costs. Okay, and that's things that you've gotten acknowledgement, or the amount of money you've gotten acknowledgement for that you haven't gotten a bill for. So on direct bills, you always want to make sure and check this so that it doesn't apply to your unbilled cost. Because anytime you acknowledge something, it's going to be unbilled cost, period. Okay, so then we upload and create acknowledgements. Okay, so you see, it says Spacesaver purchase orders automatically processed from XML. So if you have multiple files in there, you would see multiple acknowledgments in here, multiple purchase orders. And from here, you can right-click. If there's any discrepancy in the price, in the quantity, in the parts, it'll actually pop up a window and show you which parts have discrepancies on pricing or quantity. Okay, so if I go in here to acknowledgments and costing, and we click on Spacesaver, there's our acknowledgement here. If there's multiple ship dates, it will break it out into multiple acknowledgements by ship date. Okay, so if I double click on that, you'll see that all these things are acknowledged. And there was no balance, because if there was a balance, it would actually tell you there was a balance left.
So that was a perfect match, like everything.
Perfect
Quantities,
match.
costs,
Everything. Everything. Okay. Pretty simple.
I want to see one that's wrong. That'd be fun. Can I pull up another one?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do a few. And why don't we do them at the same time? So let's pull up a couple or three, and let's do them all at the same time. So let's just pull up the in SpaceNet. Let's pull up a few. So let's get them in here, and then pull those ones up in SpaceNet.
You know, we're going to open a few here, and then we're going to open a few in space.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep. We'll open them up in here just so we know which ones we're doing. It'll tell you anyway, like so when it finished processing, which ones were affected. So, okay. So let's go find these. Let's go find these XMLs on SpaceNet. Yeah, I've asked them for a couple things. First, just a listing of the things so we can just download them. So you don't even have to know. You don't have to know what jobs you're trying to do. It'll just have a listing of your XML acknowledgments that you haven't used yet. But they say they've got some other project going on right now, so it's going to take a bit to do. I've also put out the idea for a web service where we can just go out and grab them without you having to log in. Okay, so these are it.
Yeah, hey, real quick before you hit any buttons, do you know what this is by any chance? Could that be the XML right away?
This is a PDF.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah, that's going to be a PDF. Here, let's just
Okay.
right-click and open in a new window, and let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a PDF. It'd be cool if they did that, if they had the XML there, but
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, no. Okay, so it looks like there's only, these were the exact same?
That's the same order.
Oh, we're pulling up one at a time, sorry, okay. Okay, so we'll do the XML. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to save, it doesn't let me save that. Okay. Let's just go to the next one, and then we'll go into your downloads and get those into the thing all at once. So we'll close this, go back and find the other one. Okay. And was this actually canceled?
No, just keep going.
Okay. Okay, and let's grab the third one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to downloads. And here's those three. Just going to cut them and paste them into here. Okay, so we don't even have to have the jobs open. I mean, we could literally, let's just close all these windows. Okay? And we're going to go to batch and free. I'm going to let you guys do it this time. So go to Process XML Spacesaver. Okay, none of those are direct bill, right?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and click it. Okay, so those were all good too. So
Those
you
are
can
those are all perfect?
so it says,
Wow.
okay, if you right-click, if you highlight all three of these, go to Modules, go to Acknowledgments and Costing. What it also does is it also saves that XML as a document in your documents against each project. So if I look here, there's my acknowledgement, okay, and it'll say in here, okay, that it was automatically processed. So you'll always know which ones were done. If we go here to History and Documents, there's our file here. Okay. And let's go to this one. And you, this actually created two acknowledgments because there were two ship dates. Okay. Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
And then here, now, and this also had two ship dates. No, it didn't. Weird. Duplicated. Did we already do this one? No. Did it duplicate, or were there two different?
You know what? That one is an old one. Yeah, that's we did it again. That's not one I just picked.
Oh, okay.
We had three Mullen.
Okay, let's just get rid of that one then. So you understand why you want to do this, right? First of all, if you're not acknowledging, then there's that chance that there could be a mistake, right? And this
Yeah, what we do now is
go ahead. Sorry.
no, we check our acknowledgments now. We just don't do it this fast. So like, you know, Michael will check Spacesaver's acknowledgement cost versus our cost, and I guess if it's right, he probably doesn't go any further. But if something's wrong, then he dives into where it's issue. So this would be a lot faster. Obviously, if something was wrong and could tell exactly what it is, that'd be sweet.
Right, and it does. It checks the part number, it checks the price, and it checks the quantity. Okay, so you see that this was an exact match, 5882, 5882. So this is the one that comes from the acknowledgement. This comes from the acknowledgement, right? So this was an exact match. It doesn't mean that necessarily all of the parts were on there, but you can actually see it'll still be in your, all these things still have to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
But again, the thing is you're going to want to make sure that you do that merged part, because it will take that first item off of your PO and acknowledge it, right? And if they're not combined with that merged parts, then it won't ever hit the other one. Okay? Yeah. But anyway, why you want to do this, are you guys using the calendar yet? The implementation calendar?
No.
Okay, let me just show you why this is important. Okay, so let's just do installation calendar 1. And you've got your booked orders, meeting scheduling. Are you not marking these as needing implementation?
Right.
Okay, let's just turn this one on. We'll go to the order. Okay, so you see this little plus here?
Yeah.
So at any time you can go and see when you're either scheduling or you've scheduled, you can see the acknowledgments. Have you received them yet? When's the ship date? All the acknowledgments on this order will be listed underneath it. Okay? So when you're doing your scheduling, you can actually do it effectively by seeing when everything's supposed to be shipped, and you can, of course, put on the time after that. When you actually do schedule it, let me just throw this on the calendar real quick. Okay, so then what you can do is you can say scheduled items for selected days, and this will also show you. So you can look ahead, like to next week, is all my product here? Because remember, the receive date, if you're using the receiving, your receive date will be filled out too, right? So you'll see everything that's received or not received, and you can look ahead to like next week as well. Okay, this stuff is also, like I said, this becomes unbilled cost. So when you look at your backlog, there's a column in there called unbilled cost. Anything that's acknowledged, okay, that, find that job. Is that in your backlog? Yeah, it is. Let's find it really quick. What was that? 12971? Damn it. Which one it was? This one I wanted? Oh, your project and job numbers don't match, right?
Right.
Okay. So we want project number 14338.
It's not going to be under handy though. It's going to be underneath.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just use a filter. The filter works no matter what. Oh, am I wrong?
Sorry.
14338. This is in the backlog, isn't it? Or is that completed?
I don't know. That's a good question.
$841.
It's in my name. I know you said it doesn't matter, but unless it's completed.
Yeah. Anyway, this amount of money that you've acknowledged will be in your unbilled cost in here, and you can see that there's a column in here called unbilled cost. Yeah, so once you start doing those acknowledgments, that unbilled cost will actually show up there. Also, let's just make sure one more thing that you may not be doing. Let's just grab both of these. I'm not sure which one is here. What's that? Okay, so this vendor sends me acknowledgments. Okay. If we don't check this, then you will never see your POs not fully acknowledged. So if you're going to do this, you might as well go all the way with Spacesaver, right? This vendor sends me acknowledgments. This will put POs not fully acknowledged. As soon as you cut the POs, and before you acknowledge them, they'll be in this list. Once you apply the acknowledgement, they'll leave this list and go into here.
Sure. But only the ones that you check that box, like that vendor sends the acknowledgement.
Only the vendors that you check this box will show up in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and save that. And then when you go here, there might be a little bit of cleanup to do, or a lot. But we could probably, yeah. So you see now all of Spacesaver's things that have not been acknowledged show up here. Okay, and this is fully acknowledged, meaning that every part on your purchase order has been acknowledged through one of those XML acknowledgments. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Any recommendations to clean up these 570 jobs?
I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it.
Okay.
I think there is a ignore ACK. I'll take a look. There is a way to actually filter these out. But what you could do too is you could say you could go up past above a certain date. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sure.
But I'll think about how we can clean this list up and start you fresh. Okay. But you should be able to, if you wanted to go backwards some, at least on the stuff that's actually in your backlog, if you wanted to go back and apply those acknowledgments, it wouldn't be such a bad thing. Right?
Yeah.
And then if you talk to somebody over at Spacesaver and tell them you'd really love that easier way to get those XML acknowledgments down, because the more pressure they feel, the more they're going to do it, because they don't feel any pressure from me.
Right.
I just want to make it easy for you guys. That's all I care about. But they, you know our history.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. I like it.
It's really simple, really fast, and you saw that it does actually break those things out into multiple acknowledgments if there's multiple ship dates. So it handles special cut parts, everything. I haven't had an issue with it at all. So what I would do, though, like I said, is I would use Internet Explorer on SpaceNet so that you can actually save them to the file or to that folder directly. Everybody has that folder that has eManage installed.
Okay.
Okay. There is a write that you'll need. Let me see what write that is to be able to process those acknowledgments. I'll tell you here in a second. The right to create purchase orders will allow people to process those XML files.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will. I'm going to make myself a note just to look at how we can clean up that stuff for you, and I'll let you know.
Hey, we also had a question on Michael's bill of material layout. You couldn't do something. Right?
Oh, I couldn't see the changes I made.
So you got a second?
Yeah, sure, of course.
So it was bill of material.
Yeah.
Just tell me. So he wanted to, change this look on this. Like he actually wanted these buttons over here different. So.
Okay. You're probably the only person that can do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you see the Spore Rise profile? He probably doesn't have that. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to modify it. So you're going to right-click Customize, and you're going to change whatever. And does he have his own profile?
Not really.
I don't know.
Here. Remember the profiles are really, really important because they determine the toolbar layout. They determine the day planner thing we went through the other day, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take your caps lock off and go ahead and log in here. Okay, so anytime you want to see what profile somebody's a part of, you can go right here. Profile is fine.
Yeah, I know. Michael.
Administrator. So.
Good.
But remember, if you change the toolbar layout, okay, and you save it for the administrator profile, everybody in the administrator profile is going to have that toolbar layout.
Right.
You understand? So if you wanted him to be, if you wanted him to have his own toolbar layout, so they're separate from everybody else, you'd have to make a new profile and put him in that new profile. Does that make sense? So
yeah.
if you go here to, we could just call one his name. Okay. Save. Choose it. Okay. Now this has no rights in it. We want it to have this. We want this profile to have his rights. So we're going to import from an existing user, and we're going to choose him and apply. So that's going to take his rights as they exist now and populate this profile. Okay. Then we'll go just back here and we'll reassign him to his own profile. Okay. Won't change his rights because we imported the rights that he had already into that profile. Now we can go in here and we can change this toolbar. Okay, we can move things around. We can do can we? Okay, so rearrange commands. I don't know, actually. This should actually just let you move stuff around, but I'll see if there's some trick or whatever. But you can move things around here. Then you'll want to save the layout for a rights profile and save it from Michael. Okay. So then the next time he logs in, he'd be able to just see it the way he wants to see it.
But I don't. If I do it on my computer and save it for him, it won't be like that for me, will it?
No, that's why I made a profile. See, we're saving it for the Michael profile. The only person in the Michael profile is Michael.
Okay.
Right? If you did it for administrator, then it would be for everybody in the administrator profile would have that layout.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you can do that with any of these toolbars. So if you did this, right? You want to customize this toolbar, then you go to File, Save Toolbar Layout for Rights Profile, and you choose which one, and you save. And then it'll be like that until you clear that toolbar layout.
Okay.
And that wouldn't affect you if you choose only the Michael profile.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
All right, cool. No problem. Start using it, and I'll figure out how to get those things out there, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, no
Take
problem.
care, bro.
Okay, you too.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right, you too. Bye.